Hey everyone, Lonnie here, and yes, this week I'm making another dado jig. This one's a little easier. 2 straight boards and a piano hinge. Now I've seen this design in Shop Notes magazine. I'm certain I've seen it somewhere else when I was younger. I've been using it for the last couple of months. It's fast to set up, pretty accurate, and I love it a lot more than I do my other jigs. It takes up less space. And you don't need a jig per bit, you just need to dedicate it to one router. Let's get started. Once you got your guide board cut, you want to make sure it's square. If you get a slight dip in your wood, your router's going to follow it, and your dado is going to be a little uneven, making it not fit right. Now, placing your sacrificial board on the table, you want to line your guide board up and clamp it firmly into place. Making sure it doesn't go nowhere. Now this jig is made for one router. This is the router I'm going to use. Perfect circular foot. The reason I'm not using this router is I've made a jig for it and it's got a flat side on here. Instinctively you want to put the flat side up against the wall of the jig. The problem is if you roll either way, you'll actually change your angle. Now what I'm going to use is an 1/8 inch straight bit. All I need to do is mark where the center shaft is in this router. Now we really don't need to go that deep. Just basically enough to make a mark. Okay, the guide board is still firmly in place. We now want to measure the distance. It is a perfect 3 inches from this guide board to about the center of this channel. Now, you don't want this guide board to be absolutely against this. Otherwise, it won't hinge appropriately. You want a little gap in there. I recommend is playing cards. We'll start off with 4 on each side. Add 1 to 2 more at a time. get it spaced where I want it. And if you can see this board is about halfway across that channel. That will get you almost dead center of where you want to be. Now when everything is where you want it, clamp down solid. Just leave the cards in there. Make sure you have the same number of cards on each side. Center your hinge. To start with, I just want to put a couple of holes in there, pilot holes. Close to center as I can. Get them started. Trying not to move the hinge. Work from the center out. Things will square up better when you do that. Double check it before you get the second one in. And now you just repeat the process. Alright, now we're going to show you how to make this work. Let's just say I'm going to cut a 3/4 inch dado in here. Once I've got it marked where I want it, all I've got to do is find center. Once I find center, mark it as such. In order to use this jig, let's say these two outer black lines are where I want my dado to be. I want to find the center. Half of 3/4 is 3/8. I want to mark that. Once I know where center is, it's a matter of just lining the cut side up as closely as you can. And clamping it down. Flip that up. Locate your hearing protection, eye protection. And this is MDF, so I'd recommend some breathing protection. Other than the mess, you see it cut perfectly between the lines, and I got over to one side. But using a thick tip permanent marker, and I probably drew on the inside of the lines. There you go. Nice simple way and quick to use your router to make a dado. Well, there you have it. It's a nice, handy little jig. It doesn't take much, just a couple of straight pieces of wood. I like mine to be about as wide as my table. Very rarely do I need to make a dado cut that's really much wider than that. It is handy. I mean, you can just whip out a dado cut fast. Just remember which router you made the bit for, or the jig. Only thing I've got left now is to drill a hole through one end of it so I can hang it on a nail. Well, thanks for taking time to watch. I appreciate your comments. Please subscribe. Thank you.